The following is a podcast meant for adults and discuss things like sexual content and alcohol use. Listener discretion is advised.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy JB, one half of your co-hosting team for the Drunk Texting Podcast, the podcast where we have some drinks, talk some meth, and help you get through your thirsty Thursday that only we know how. Happy Thursday, you guys. I, like I said, am your host, JB, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-hostess with the hostess. Please tell the people who you are, what your adjective is for the day, and why is it actually unprepared?
How dare you say it's unprepared?
You've been unprepared before.
It's very much prepared right now. That's the thing. It's very much prepared.
So your adjective is prepared?
Yeah, actually, yes, it is. It's prepared.
The prepared Kristal Deshan, ladies and gentlemen.
Or be prepared or living.
The prepared Kristal Deshan, ladies and gentlemen.
Prepared. Yeah, I am.
As we get into today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, please remember, as we say it every single week, always drink responsibly, never drink and drive, sometimes drink and text, and with drinks being the crux of our show, I am currently drinking Crown Blackberry and Dr. Pepper. I decided to mix up the whatchamacallit this week, the mixture. I've had Crown Blackberry and lemonade, and I decided to try Crown Blackberry and Dr. Pepper. I didn't buy this bottle. My dad actually, surprisingly, he got a bottle because I hyped it up so much, and he said that he did not like it. But he also did say that he thinks that he just doesn't like any of the other flavors because a lot of the flavors of Crown are really sweet already. He doesn't want a drink that's like overly sweet, like not in the sense of like taste, but like sugar content. So he's just like, it's not for me. So he gave me the bottle, literally had like 3/4 of it left. I brought it with me, brought it back home with me. And so now I'm drinking it.
Now, cheers.
Absolutely cheers. But with that being said, what are you drinking on this week, Miss Kristal?
I can always. A lovely mixture of pink lemonade and pink Whitney.
Ooh, pink lemonade and pink Whitney. We feeling pink. And it's so wonderful that we're feeling pink because this episode is coming out, 2-3 days before the month that is commonly considered the month of love, February.
Yay.
We're so excited for that. As we always should be.
Great.
The month of love. And also Black History Month. That's going to be fun. We have potentially some Black History Month stuff that we are planning to do for the month, but we're going to not get into that on today's episode. That is for a later episode. Today's episode, we're going to get right into our first section of the week, which is, as always, the question of the week. This week, question of the week, I thought we should do something funny. We've had some serious ones in the past few weeks. I said, let's have some fun. Let's be funny. What are some funny things that people can say? And the question that was proposed for this week, what is the worst reply to "I'm pregnant, I don't know who the father is"? And when I tell you that some of these responses were hilarious, we're going to get into it. The first one. Effed around and can't find out, huh?
Ew.
I'm gonna be honest with you. With this first one and like with a lot of them, even though I'm not a woman, I wouldn't know how that would feel. I feel like a lot of these responses would actually like make me feel better and would make me like giggle. Like this first one would halfway make me kind of like, bro, why would you? Like, now it's not the time.
Say that. Why would you say that?
Right. Like read the room. Because clearly this is not the time for that. Like, read the room, read how I'm feeling. The next one. How many suspects? Dog, dim this fighting words.
Eight.
Dim this fighting words. If I was a woman and I texted you, I'm pregnant, I don't know who the father is, you say, how many suspects? I'm fighting you.
At that point, I have to pull up to your house.
Right.
Hey, Dad, why would you do that?
Why would you say that? Like, why would you put me that low? Why would you put the bar that low on me? Like, no.
It shows how much you value and respect your friends. And you just said some trifling shit like that.
Right. This one absolutely made me laugh when I read this one. It's impossible to blame one particular bean for a fart when you ate the whole can.
And it fall you up.
It absolutely did. Absolutely did. Like, I would lose my shit if somebody said that to me. Like, why would you? Like, you bitch.
Yeah, I'm crashing out immediately if you told me that.
Like, no.
Slow down.
This one, 100%. This one would actually make me laugh if I was a woman I texted. Like, let's say I texted like my best friend and was like, I'm pregnant, I don't know who the father is. And if their first response was, do you know who the mother is? I would laugh. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I would laugh a little. Like,
I'd be so like, nigga, what?
like, you're stupid,
Me?
but I love you. So,
I feel like my friend would take me some shit like that.
oh, 100%.
She'd be like, how? And she would say, do you know who the mother is? Like, what?
It's like, well, clearly it can only be one person who the mother is. Like,
we don't know. We don't know when it's born.
that I didn't see this one earlier.
Let's do.
It was such a wild party. I hope the kid won't bark.
There's
Dog.
and yeah, the thing on that one for hit. That is crazy.
This next one, I know for a fact. I can name at least 3 people I know that would respond to this. Hello, pregnant. I'm probably not dad. And I know you probably know exactly which friends I'm talking about too.
That would make me scream.
Not scream.
I would scream. The scream I would have screamed. It's crazy.
I feel like this would be a black mom. I feel like this would be a black mom saying this. It takes a village to raise a child, not to have one. Dog.
That's more like grandma.
Yeah, no problem.
Like, it's like, you know, I guess happy as grandmother saying something. She said that under her breath. Perhaps post here.
Let's see. This one had to be from somebody from Alabama. Your family isn't that big. Shouldn't be hard to figure out.
Okay.
I would scream.
Oh, yeah. That would be the scream of 1,000 slaves at that point. That's insulting on so many levels.
Let's see. This screamed about Austin State University guy that would respond this one right here. And when I read it, you'll understand. That's okay. Your mama don't know who your father is either.
Oh,
Tell me I'm
my
wrong.
God.
That's not something that somebody from VSU would say.
That's fucked up, dude.
Am I wrong though?
You know? You're not wrong, but that's fucked up.
But I'm not wrong. So
People are just ruthless nowadays.
man, what? I mean, you know what they say? Ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves.
That's facts. It's big facts.
I think that was going to be the last one. I have my own. Response that I think would be terrible. Would probably be the worst response. What
is it?
If like one of my friends texted me, it depends, and it would have to be somebody I was close with. But if they text me like, "Oh, I'm pregnant," I don't know who the father is. Dang, not the suspect shot up the club and got away.
Yep. That's crazy. Who is patient?
I would absolutely send that. I hate that. I specifically only have like maybe 2 of my women friends that I feel close enough to that I could say something like that, and I know it wouldn't ruin our friendship.
That's crazy.
Oh, absolutely. It's 100% crazy, but I would. Actually 3, because I'll be honest, even though, and I say this, knowing that you would not be that type of person, but if we were talking and you had ever said that to me, I'd be like, damn. Not a hit and run suspect.
Not hating, right?
Not the hit and runs. Not the hit and run.
Oh, I'd scream.
Would you? Would you scream?
I would scream.
Scream from the top of the hill.
For me. You literally, I drive all the way to my house and just scream off the cells.
Do you have one? Do you have a response?
I would say my old tried and true, one of my popular catchphrases, that's unfortunate. That's it. That's unfortunate.
That's the most, but that's such a non-acknowledgement though. That's the crazy part. Like, it's such a non-acknowledgement. Like, dang, that's unfortunate.
And that's unfortunate. I don't know what you want me to do about that. So just see what's a will.
Like, you want me to send it? Like, you want me to help you send it to heaven or something? Like, what you telling me for?
You gotta give me something. Or I think to think.
You gotta give me a.
All right.
You gotta give me a little bit more than that, dog. Right.
Are you happy about it? You mad about it? What's the vibe?
Right. Like, are you glad you don't know who the father is? Are you mad?
All right. Are you happy to be pregnant? Are you upset? Well, again, what's the vibes? The vibes we going for?
Right. Because I need to know so that way I can adjust myself accordingly.
Right. Depending on what you say, it depends on my next answer.
Right. Studio audience, you got any kind of? I feel like you're too much of a cinnamon roll. You wouldn't give a bad reply. You'd be like, "Oh, well, I'm here for you." I really do. Like, not to say in a bad way. Like,
There must not have been a stormtrooper.
that's crazy. That's crazy. My man said, "Must not have been a stormtrooper." That's crazy. Bro, that is that is a deep that is a deep cut. Genuinely, I think I would crash out. I think I would crash out. If,
I would make you cry.
bro, because that's such a niche response that, like, granted, even non-Star Wars fans get the joke that stormtroopers notoriously never hit their mark. But like you went into your bag of nerdiness to say that shit to me. Dog.
Don't let the girl be a nerd. She'll be hurt for the rest of her life.
Bro, off principle alone, I would have to fight you.
Yeah, we got a box at this point.
off principle alone. Before it's even any way, so that way it could do damage to the baby, we would have to scrap in the back of a Walmart parking lot.
We're gonna scrap behind a Denny's.
Absolutely.
Right.
Shit, now that you say that, hold on. I don't think. Where's the Denny's? There's plenty of IHOPs around here. Damn. Hold on.
Yeah, plenty of IHOP, but
You know what? Maybe a Waffle House. Maybe the Waffle House parking lot.
5 minutes away from me. Nope, 12 minutes away from me. There's a Denny's. Say less.
Mm-hmm. I'm still thinking. I don't know.
And if you look it up, see where the Denny's at.
I don't want to look it up because they may take it up.
It's got to be at least one within an hour distance from me.
Let's see location. Yeah, apparently there is. Huh. Wait. Closest one is 22 minutes from where I live.
Really? There you go.
Okay, so that's not terrible, but like, I also will say if I had to choose between the two, I'm just gonna pick the IHOP.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick IHOP. We can fight, then I can go eat actual decent food.
Right. I ain't gonna lie though, Denny's was always pretty decent whenever, back in my college days at least.
I think I've been to Denny's like once in my life.
Really?
Here, brother, they're free. What is going on?
Yes, you froze.
Love that.
I love it. It's still picture from you. That's wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen.
Right. So much.
Not she had to reset the camera, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Wait for it. We're doing it live.
No.
We're doing it live. Hey, she's back. Ladies and gentlemen. It took 2 attempts and she came back.
I don't know what happened. It just decided to freeze and then it was like.
Ladies and gentlemen, she's trying to subtly tell y'all she didn't pay her internet bill.
That's not true. I pay my bills. My bills are paid.
You pay your bills are paid?
Yeah, I pay my bills are paid. On time.
Okay, you know what? That's more than a lot of people can say, so I ain't even mad at you.
My bills get paid.
You get money and your bills get paid?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Like I said, that's more than a lot of people can say, doggone it. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you, like I ask y'all every week, what would be your worst response to a woman texting you, I'm pregnant, and I don't know who the father is? Let us know in the comment section, because I know that some of y'all got some horrible and deprived comments and responses. Also, speaking of, because I just thought about this, our buddy Rob, friend of the podcast, and guy who helps us find clips for social media, he messaged me, and he wanted to say that he agrees with you and your idea. Oh, the one where you were like, message us your worst secret and we will rate it 1 through 10. He agreed that we should do it. He agreed that that is something that we should do. And I said, I don't know about that. But he was like, don't be a square. And to which I told him, sir, at worst, I am an oval. Stop it. And so
just like the secret flow, man.
So you know what? I'm going to be the guy and I'm just going to say it. If you decide that that's what you want to do, ladies and gents, and that you want to send us your secret, we promise only one thing, and that your secret will be remained anonymous.
Yes, complete animosity.
And anonymity.
So that don't sound right either.
Yes. Look, I don't know how to properly pronounce it, but I know animosity ain't the right word.
That's the right word.
Anonymity.
Anonymity.
Yeah, exactly. Called it. Yeah. Trying to tell me I know my words, doggone it. I was in spelling bees when I was younger.
Lemony.
Lord, I knew you were going to do that shit. I knew you were.
I was going to that video the other day and then you laughed. Yeah, anonymity.
Yes.
That was like sounds like a word.
We promise you total anonymity to any and all secret that gets shared with us on any of our social medias, be it TikTok, TikTok, Instagram, Bluesky, Discord. But if you Discord, you're going to have to put it in the private PM. Don't just drop it in the Discord because everybody will be able to see it. And then we're all going to talk about it in the group chat. But with that, we are going to move on to our second section of the week, which is our Would You Rather of the week. Now, this Would You Rather, much like a lot of our Would You Rathers, involves time. Because this week's Would You Rather says, would you rather spend a day with an ancestor from 500 years ago or a descendant of yours from 500 years in the future? I think I would much rather do the descendant 500 years in the future, personally.
I agree with that. I'll say it, and I've said it before, I'll say it again. I don't care about the past.
That's so messed up.
I don't care.
That's
what I'm gonna do with an ancestor from 500 years ago?
Tell them about all the different ways that they can fuck up the current timeline.
So, because then it's gonna fuck me up. Because I'm part of the current timeline. Don't do nothing to mess up my life.
It won't fuck up. It won't fuck up your timeline. What are you talking about?
Either way, we're not doing it. I'm gonna find the descendant from the future. Like, hey, what's up? What's going on now? How many greats are gonna come before you get to my name?
That's cool.
How many great grandma am I to you?
500 years? That's at least 15 or 20. Because within 100 years, I've read stories, I've done stories on people that have had great grandchildren. And they're like 98, 99. So
I mean, my great grandma, she's like 90, 92, my great grandma.
Exactly though. But and see that's why probably probably less than.
About 10.
Depending on, how many,
Years from the grandma, so that tax on.
So depending on, how young or old they are when they decide to have them children's. I know
what features that feed out.
I know one thing, my child ain't gonna be one of the ones that have kids that know 16.
Absolutely not.
If they have kids anywhere before 25, I'm gonna put a knot on the side of their head.
25.
At least 25.
You get out of school first.
And that's why I say 25. Because by 25, normally, most of the time, they're at least done with their bachelor. Most of the time, I know everybody's different. I know everybody runs their marathon at their own pace.
That's me too.
Say what?
Folks finish with a bachelor's degree at like 22.
Exactly my point. So that way they can get done at 22.
First, kids. That's fine.
No, I want you to be a little bit older. I want you to be just like your mom and dad. I want you to have a long marriage before you have kids. Don't get married and then immediately have kids. Because when you're 35, 40, talking about, well, we ain't been on a vacation the last 14 years. We ain't going nowhere with just the two of us. And you're wondering why your wife is eyeing up the tennis coach that be teaching your kid how to play tennis. Doggone it.
Talking about.
Absolutely not.
About the grands.
Absolutely not. Your worst you're worse than the people in my family. Because so many of them be like, well, when are y'all gonna have kids? Not for another at least 3 years. Huh?
I've had enough time.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
You've been married on almost 2 years. That's enough time.
No. At least 5.
No.
All right, then. So when you get married, I expect you to be pregnant within 6 months. Got it.
Yes.
What? What? Studio audience. Are you hearing this, big dog?
He laughed too.
That's crazy.
Listen, I'm in a competition right now with my siblings. Okay, somebody has to have the first girl. Someone has to be the first one to give my mom grandchildren.
And you say it's gonna be you?
Well, my older sister was a lesbian, and the other one, she's 20. So
that's crazy. That's crazy. Dog. Hey, if she says she's not gonna do it till she get a ring, dog, you might need to delay it for a couple more years, big dog. Hold off as long as you can, big dog. Please don't do it.
If he does, he gonna have more than me to answer to.
All I'm gonna say is this. Listen, all I'm gonna say is this. Y'all better not pop out no kid and then expect Uncle Justin and TT Gabby to come around and start helping, because we sure ain't gonna be doing it. Look. Here's what we gonna do. We're gonna drop off about 3 or 4 boxes of diapers and we skedaddling.
Oh, at least I spent an hour to do that. Who's an hour with him?
Nope.
Play with the baby.
We'll be there when you give birth. We'll take pictures, and then we'll see them when they hit 8 months.
Fair. Mini-me, if they come out like a mini you, I'm gonna be mad, bro. I'm gonna be big mad.
Then why are you with him? What do you mean?
Listen, I am not. Do I want kids? Yes. Am I mentally prepared to push out big head babies? No.
Bro, what is with you? Bro, both you and then Gabby. Why y'all really be saying that we got big heads for no reason, dog? Oh.
You do have a big head.
That's crazy.
Fly. What hat you wear? Exactly. You don't know. That's how you know you got a big head, bro.
That's rude.
Don't bro me.
That's rude. That's rude.
I'll be a big, tall baby.
That is rude.
Ain't ready.
And you can't say nothing. You got a big ass forehead, so I don't know why you're trying to get on his head.
I'm still working on. Listen, I don't know. The baby gonna be fucking. It's gonna be lengthy. I got some tallish folks in my family, so they don't have a length.
I just know the one thing for sure is that if we go to an ultrasound and that nurse say, congratulations, it's twins, I'm getting arrested because I'm punching her square in her shit.
And you know what? As I don't blame you.
Congratulations, twins. What you mean by that?
I'm gonna Google ways to make one twin absorb the other because I'm not dealing with twins.
Sister's like, congratulations, it's twins and they're sharing a placenta, so it's identical twins. File. No, sir.
So, okay.
Listen, punching the nurse won't even fix nothing. It's not going to change the fact that it's twins, but it would just make me feel better, you know, because what you mean twins? What you mean? Look, it's been an uphill battle to talk to my wife about having one kid. Fuck you mean she about to have to pop out 2?
I can see her with twins though.
Stop it. Fucking stop it. Right now.
I'm gonna start manifesting that tonight.
On my soul. On my soul. If years from now we decide we're gonna have kids, we decide as a couple that we are going to bring another life into this world, and we go to our ultrasound and find out we're gonna have twins, I'm running my car through your house. I'm running it straight through your house. Straight through the living room, straight through the kitchen, out the other side, all the way through your house.
Why are you mad at me?
Because you literally just said you were going to start manifesting it, which means it'll be your fault.
And you're welcome.
I will break your house. I will destroy your home.
That's a very interesting way to say you're welcome.
You irritate me. You irritate me.
It's gonna happen.
You irritate me, and you are one irritating comment away from being replaced. Doggone it.
Then, the older you get, the higher your chance of having twins are anyway.
What?
Yeah, once women hit past a certain age, your chance of having twins increases by like 20-30%.
Hold on, nah, I gotta look that up. Nah.
Taylor, your chance of having twins increases.
Bro, I'm so pissed off right now because I literally, and I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but I literally typed in, does the chance, and the first, oh my God, yes, the chance of having twins increases with maternal age. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it says ones in their 30s and 40s, they're more likely to release multiple eggs. So,
I hate it so much, and I blame you for all of it.
then women with a higher BMI, they're likely to have twins too. Yeah. It's a yay.
Dude.
No. Man, they say 35 or higher. Okay. Don't choose twins, both. Oh, and they're more common in Black people.
Stop it. You stop it right now. You stop it. Oh, I'm so upset. I'm so upset. That makes me so upset.
Wow.
I swear on my soul. I swear on my soul. About to make me say something crazy. About to make me say something out the side of my neck.
What the? All I said was Chiefs. Cause both
Ain't no crew.
you didn't. That's unfortunate.
This
They're twins.
no.
Oh, they're both.
But if we do have twins, we're gonna drop them off at your house. We just gonna drop them off at your house. We ain't even gonna stop. We just gonna drop them off on the front porch. Ding, 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 ding. Run. Come to the front porch. Come to the front porch. It's gonna be 2 baby bags.
Yes.
2 babies, 2 baby bags. Take care of them. We'll say, we'll leave a note that says, we'll be back in 2 weeks.
That's crazy. I'm gonna call the authorities.
Call
the authorities.
Who's calling the authorities?
It was my house. They won't be back to get them. Someone needs to. Actually, I'm just gonna take them. I'm just gonna take them to Gabby's parents' house.
Gabby's who?
Her parents.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. Because then she gonna fight you, fight me, and then whichever parent they got dropped off at, respectively.
Now, what we learned.
Then she gonna spin the block and fight you again. Because how dare you?
Well, only your kids in my house. 1, fine. Twins? No.
No. Fuck you, because you're the one that put that bullshit into the ether talking about you're gonna manifest it.
That's unfortunate, really.
If we were in the studio right now, I'd smack you with a pillow.
Well, unfortunate. We went so far left field Not fuck will we even how do we even get here?
Because you was on some bullshit.
I will not.
Bullshit.
We were talking about this. That's probably how.
Yes, we were talking about Descendant. We were talking about Descendant and how fucking how many greats it would be to get to your 500-year Descendant. Tragic. Studio audience, which would you rather? Would you rather a 500-year-old, 500 and an ancestor from 500 years ago, or a descendant from 500 years in the future?
Sure.
Of course. Not to say I wouldn't want to talk to nobody in the past, but, you know, talk to the future. Be like, what's the future like, my child?
Right.
Like, do they still have professional wrestling 500 years in the future?
Probably different now.
Bro, it's probably going to be so different in 500 years. It's going to be great.
Say Google says about 20 greats for 500 years.
About 20 greats. I said it. I was right. Google agreed with me.
I love that. So great.
Alrighty. We're going to switch gears, and we're not going to get distracted. The distracting Kristal Deshan.
Yo, I'm here, bro.
No, it was her. It was Kristal's fault. It was Kristal.
The rest of the fault lie because we're gonna stay so focused.
It was Kristal's fault. We got off track, so Kristal's fault.
Is that we're gonna fly through the rest because we're gonna stay focused.
Okay, if you say so. We're gonna move on now, ladies and gentlemen, to our anime discussion of the week. This anime discussion is a little bit of a rant because I mentioned in the podcast, I want to say like 2 weeks ago, that I'm watching a new anime. It's called Red Ranger Becomes an Adventurer in Another World. Great show. I love it. It's an isekai. Very similarly to another isekai I recently watched. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. My question, and I asked this genuinely, not as a joke, not trying to be funny when I say this. Why are all isekais the same in their setup? Every single one of them is the same in their setup. Main character established in the real world. Something happens to them. They die. And then they wake up in another world and they're super powerful and they have like world busting abilities by the metrics of the world that they were transported to. Why is that?
Is that not like what isekai is supposed to be?
Inherently, isekai is just you get teleported to another world. Why do they all have to die to be teleported to the other world? Why can't just a portal pop up and they be like, huh, what is this? And then they're in the new world. Why do they have to die to be brought back in another world? What's the reincarnation? And another thing, why can't we have isekais where the main character dies and they just get reincarnated in the same world, just as a different person? Why did they have to be? Yes, it is. It's still an isekai. No.
That goes to a different world in order to be considered.
Then back to my other statement. Why do they have to be killed to be transported to the other world?
I can only think of like 2 isekai right now. They weren't killed. They just ended up in another world and they can't get back out.
And that's another thing.
They're dead. They just stuck.
No. And that's another thing. Thank you for mentioning. Almost every single isekai, they're stuck in the world and they have no way of getting back. Even by the end of like 3 different isekais I've seen, they just get back. They just Didn't get back.
You're there.
It is there. And it's so like, what the F? You know? I just
Like, isekai are interesting up until a point because there's just like, it's not fun anymore. Depending on which one, it's not fun anymore. Like, it's overpowered. There's no like struggle fights. It's like, where's the fun?
exactly my point. Exactly my point. Thank you. Exactly.
Two I can think of right now are How Not to Summon a Demon Lord and Demon Lord Retry, which are two, I mean, forgetting plots because they're like the same.
I can tell you the plot, both of them right now. Main character dies, wakes up in another world. They're super powerful, but they don't realize how powerful they are. They end up literally power scaling themselves in like the first 2 episodes, taking out a monster or demon that is like pillaging whatever land they wake up in, only to be seen as like the hero. And somehow, some way, now they have a freaking harem with them.
You're not far off.
I know I'm not.
One wasn't trying. He didn't die. He wasn't trying to go to a different world. He was summoned into a different world.
Okay, well, this is one.
He was summoned into that world, and he couldn't get out because he didn't know how he got there in the first place.
The one exception. The one exception.
Yeah. I think that was How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. Yeah, that was How Not to. Even though Retry, he was just like, he was like a man who was really into video games, but somebody got sucked like into the video game. And then still, he was overpowered in the real world in the game. Also, once he went into the video game world, he still just overpowered for no fucking reason. And it just wasn't fun because he's just like, I'm in a desert. All right, let me go. Exalt village. Like, where's the fun?
That's fair. One thing I want to know, or one thing I would like to see in the isekai, is an isekai where technically, yes, they die, but every time they die, they just wake back up at the beginning of the day. And they can go like months and years, but as soon as something happened and they die, they go back to that day. But they keep the knowledge of whatever happened. Granted, I think I've seen like a short film about that once, but like, I think that would be an interesting isekai. Give it like 3 seasons, let the final conflict be with the fact that the entire time the person admitted to being afraid of death, and then let that be like how they come to breaking out of the loop, is because they accept that death is inevitable and that death will come for everyone. And he's just like, well, I think I've conquered the fear of death. Death is an inevitability. I'm glad that at this point, I understand that there's more to life than just life and death. I think that would be pretty cool.
I can agree with that.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see more cross-genre type shows where it's like isekai slice of life, or like isekai isekai like love, or like isekai romance. There we go. But like, it wasn't like an isekai like action or adventure. It was literally the isekai, but then wherever they turned up, it just became a romance thing after they showed up in this new world.
Because I googled it, isekai slice of life. They said the time I got reincarnated as a slime is an isekai and slice of life.
Ain't no fucking way that show was a fucking isekai slice of life. That shit is an isekai adventure. I am 2 seasons in. That is an isekai adventure. Every other episode. Don't get me wrong, there are some slice of life elements. There definitely are. Because there definitely have like those like in between episodes where it's like, oh, there's downtime. We get to just enjoy ourselves. But then it's like, then when the action picks up, that shit picks the fuck up.
Let's see. It says ReZero. And devil is a part-timer.
I can see the devil of the part-timer. I can see that.
Yeah, those are the words that are, according to Google,
I can see
of
that.
the ones that are sliding that.
I can see that. I can see that a lot, actually. Now that you say it.
Interesting. I personally, no, that's a different rant. I sometimes don't like how East Guy have the longest names in the fucking world.
Boy, what? Yes.
Shut them names up.
Bro, there's one that's not an isekai, but it's like a slice of life romance. It's literally Shibaneta, a boring world where the concept of dirty jokes doesn't exist. That's the entire name.
I know one, it was like, I couldn't become a hero, so I reluctantly got a job.
Yes, I know exactly which anime you're talking about. Granted, I ain't gonna lie though. Sometimes the anime that have the longest names be like some of the most fire ones. I ain't gonna cap.
Well, like, I don't want to. Like, oh, what you watching? And the neighbor next door killed me, so now I'm coming back at their dog for revenge.
Right.
What?
Just like don't question it. Just know it's a cool show.
All right, we sent her got Panic at the Disco song, fucking anime song.
You're not wrong. Oh my God. Oh, you're not wrong. But no, I was thinking about it. To go back a little bit, because the Shimaneta is a weird anime, and I don't recommend any adults out here that hear me and think that this was a joke, do not let your children watch this. This is not a show for children. It has a TVMA rating for a reason. This show, and don't get me wrong, it's very questionable because the main characters are all teenagers. But the show, and hear me out. The show is based in a Japanese society years into the future where all things sexual, lewd, and nasty have been forbidden and banned. The only way you can ever have sex is to reproduce. No sex for pleasure, no porn, no dirty thought, nothing. Anything that's considered lewd could get you thrown in jail.
Oh, what?
So the whole story basically centers around how different people react to the idea of things that are lewd. And truthfully, looking back at it, it is a good introspective of what society would be like without proper sex education. Because we have one character that believes that everything that she's doing is justified and right because she loves the guy, even though she's just straight up sexually harassing him. Yes, I will explain in just a moment. We have another one that is so fearful of anything sexual that he vehemently denies it, which is who the other character is in love with. We have one that's so curious that she literally uses flies as the go-to for like what sex is supposed to be, like mating. We have another one who's just straight up a pervert and a bandit, and she's just like, I'm here to spread pornography. Like literally, she like wears panties on her face as her mask.
Since when?
Yes, but back to the first girl. Literally, she's so misguided in her love. She calls her stuff love nectar. There's a scene, and if you've seen the show, you know what episode, you know what scene I'm talking about. She bakes the main character cookies. You think nothing of it is harmless.
Right.
He takes a cookie. He bites it, he chews it, he says, that's a good flavor. Has a weird taste to it. It's a weird taste. She then goes on to tell him that she mixed her love nectar into the cookie dough.
Ew.
Dog.
happened in real life.
I know it has. I'm sure it has. But that is straight up sexual harassment. Why I say this show is not a show that like kids do not need to watch this show. I think it would be a good show to help explain sex, but I don't think just letting them watch it like unsupervised is not the move. It's not. But we're gonna wrap that up. It's just we got a little off track again. But the isekai, they're not bad. They're all kind of the same. If you've seen one, you've seen 100. You've seen them all.
Yeah.
Even the ones that are different are still basically the same when you boil them down. And I say that as somebody who's enjoying the Power Ranger isekai right now. It's like 3 episodes deep, and I actively watch it when it comes on Sunday. Like it drops on Crunchyroll Sunday, and I'll be on it. The last 3 weeks, I have been on it. But with that, we're now going to move on to our penultimate section of the episode. And that is the shit for a shot. As you can see here, I have my, this is actually a cappuccino cup. I believe it is not a cappuccino cup. The shots, the shots of coffee, the espresso cup. That's what it is. But I use it as a shot glass because I don't have an espresso machine. So, one day when we get our forever home, I'll probably get an espresso machine and then I can make espressos all the time. But I have that. This week's shit for a shot actually goes hand in hand with our podcast because it involves liquor. It involves alcohol. Specifically, it involves tequila. More specifically, it involves Don Julio. Kristal, I know you know what I'm talking about because I know you've seen it. Recently, within the past week, Popeyes...
all of our time have seen it.
Absolutely, 100%. Popeyes and Don Julio put out just a little teaser picture. I believe it was on Instagram. And it set the internet ablaze. Because what do you mean I can get a 6-piece wing with a side of a shot? That don't make not a drop of sense.
It's fake. If I be like a Don Julio sauce or something.
Bro, I cry my eyes out. I cry.
That made what can you do? What can they possibly do? They're 2 separate brands. What the fuck are y'all gonna do?
It has to be like a sauce or something.
Gonna be IDing people in the drive-thru? ID, please.
Listen, look, they're the drive-thru liquor store in Valdosta. So I'm sure you can be in the drive-thru talking about some.
They like Don Julio lemonade.
No, I would cry my eyes out. Because what you mean? Look, I'll be pulling out the Popeyes parking lot talking about some. I might swerve in the corner. Whoa.
They're about to have everyone in a fucking hustle.
Bro, you thought the fucking chicken sandwich was bad? That's gonna be even worse.
I just want to know, what are y'all doing?
I need to know. I need to know. I'll be honest. When I saw it, I quite literally was like, I feel like Uncle Ruckus right now from that one episode of the Boondocks. There's some powerful niggatry at work here.
Apparently, the collaboration is going to drop Friday. The day after this episode goes live is when the collaboration is going to drop.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Listen. Hold on.
They say just top of the Super Bowl. What the fuck are y'all doing for the Super Bowl?
Hold on. I gotta check and see where there's an open Popeyes near here. Cause I'm not gonna front with you. I'm not gonna front with you. I think that's shite. But I would definitely try it for the shits and giggles.
I don't even like Popeyes. I just need to know what y'all are doing. I just want to know what y'all got going
on. And people thought that the freaking
infused chicken. That would be crazy.
And people thought that the freaking and people thought that the chicken sandwich was bad. You remember that? Folks was out here fighting over the chicken sandwich. Oh my God, I feel so bad. I feel so bad for the people that gotta work when this thing dropped. Cause boy,
Bro, the freaking line was out into the street when that shit dropped.
I'm not proud of it,
Chicken.
but I skipped class. I skipped class one time to go to get the chicken sandwich because I had a friend that was going, and he was like, "You can ride with me to go get you a chicken sandwich if you want." And I skipped the class.
That's crazy. I'm about to say, I don't know how, but somehow my brother got it like some weeks before it actually fully dropped.
That's crazy.
I think he went one of the test stores.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, this shit gonna hit." I said, "Gee."
No,
Like, what you mean?
listen,
What you mean it's gonna hit?
the chicken sandwich was a disaster, and I feel like this is going to be a disaster too.
Oh yeah. I need, if you work at Popeyes, let us know what is it.
Literally, I need to know.
What is,
Like, what's
I feel like I'm wake up every day and I'm like, that's what we've been waiting on?
nah?
The dumbest shit.
I might actually drive to the city over just so I can get it because there's no Popeyes in the city. They're all closed.
There's a Popeyes right up the street. I can stiffen so up.
Listen, and you know what? As much as I hate it, it's gonna make money because people are gonna be curious. Even the haters are gonna stop by and be like, "Man, let me see what this shit about so I can try it, so I can figure out."
That's it. And they have in stores.
That's true.
Because what if it's like a shoe? No, because then it would be like with Nike. Because I'm so confused.
Hey, it's just like that time there was macaroni and cheese flavored ice cream. Bro, Gabby and I tried it.
Well, it can't be good.
It was weird because you got like the vanilla flavor up front, and then it was like the Kraft mac and cheese powder in the back, and it was like,
I don't even like Kraft mac and cheese.
what makes it
It's the all way.
what makes it even funnier, and I'm so upset I don't still have the clip. I went to work when I was at the news station, and I told them about it, and I said, if I can find another pint of it, because it came in the little pint size thing, I was like, if I can find another one and bring it with me to work, will you guys try it? And literally the evening anchors were like, if you actually can find it and bring it, then yeah, we'll try it on air. And I was like, bet. I went to Walmart that night and I bought one. Took that bit back to the house, and the next day I brought it. I left a note on it and said, can't wait for y'all to try it.
Mm.
Oh, I used to terrorize them motherfuckers on Nowhere. Had them trying shit. Had them look. I'll never forget. I bought I don't know if you saw my Hey Dudes, my Christmas Hey Dudes that I have. I have a pair of Hey Dude shoes that are Christmas themed. They're red and green. I bought them live during one of our shows because it was our kicker. It was the kicker, the very last story of the show, that there was Christmas themed shoes. And literally my anchor was like, these are ugly. I don't like them. I got on the headset in her ear and I said, I'm about to buy a pair. And she was like, our producer Justin just said that he's about to buy a pair. In fact, 3, 2, 1, they have been bought. And she was just like, he just bought them. I bought them live on air. I did.
That's funny.
Bro, I used to cut the fuck up as a producer. I used to have so much fun in that shit. Well, outside of the times where it was a terrible hellhole and I went home crying because it was terrible. Bro, working at that news station did more. Working at that news station did more against my mental health than people would ever actually say. Like, dogs. It was a crazy time, dog.
But shame.
But to get back on subject, before we wrap things into our last section, Don Julio and Popeye are going to do some substantial damage to the community at large. What community that is? Well, if you don't know, you don't know. If you know, you know. But with that, I'm going to take
30 years.
it really will. But that was the shit, and this is the shot. So I'm going to take this shot because that was some shit. And because I got some hell for not doing it, up to it, down to it, fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we're used to it. Now drink, motherfucker, drink. Yeah. I think once I get done with this bottle, this is going to be the last bit of cheap vodka I ever buy. Bro, the bottle was $11. Leave me alone.
Fair. That's fair.
But with that being said, ladies and gents, we are going to move on to our final section of today's episode, which is entitled Am I the Asshole? As read by Kristal. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be, I think, interesting. I haven't read it, but you know, the title saying up for debate.
Okay.
So it says, "Am I the asshole for requiring destination wedding guests to only book through our blog and not their timeshare?"
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just gonna go ahead and yes. Because if I got a timeshare where the destination wedding is, fuck you. I'm going to use my motherfucking timeshare.
That's fair. All right. So this post's a little old, but yeah, it's fun.
Okay.
It's sorry. We're having an all-inclusive destination wedding in 2023. Like most places, we're required to book a room block in advance. To qualify for discounts for guests, guaranteed rooms, and various other wedding package perks, we must book X amount of people through the room block we paid for in our contract. Turns out 2 of our guests have a timeshare through the resort, effectively slashing their reservation price by about 30% from the online price. So our package cuts it down maybe 10% at most. Without asking, they went ahead and booked their timeshare, only to tell us later. Then they shared their timeshare membership to 4 other guests, 6 total now, who are all booking reservations through a wholesale timeshare company. It's one of those multi-resort packages that cost a lump sum, and then once or twice per year, the member gets heavily discounted vacations. We were okay planning around 2 guests, but now 6 guests are circumventing our wedding package that we paid for altogether. We are now somewhat worried about meeting our minimum guest booked through package threshold in the contract to have the wedding, ceremony, and rehearsal. Without the minimum guest threshold, we lose the rehearsal and ceremony. I'm sure we can ask for an exception and pay any extra fees out of pocket if it comes to it. We'll also probably fail to meet other tiers that would give our package the extra oomph we wanted to subsidize rooms and pass around upgrades to guests, bringing down the cost of the wedding as a whole for everyone coming. We can't guarantee any subsidization until we reach a tier that helps us towards that goal, so I don't want to dangle that carrot in front of their heads. We could tell them to book 3 nights, the minimum required through our package through us, and then any other nights through the timeshare. But I'm tempted for simplicity's sake to tell them no altogether. They need to book through the wedding package to be a part of the wedding. Am I the asshole?
Yes. I stand by it, yes. Because destination weddings are already expensive as fuck anyway, because of the price of the plane, the hotel, yeah. The price of eating while you're there. Because you're probably not just flying there the day before and then flying back the day after. You're probably staying for a couple days. So, like, yeah. They're the asshole.
So, lucky for us, that post was from 3 years ago.
Okay. What did the comments say?
And there was an update.
Hold on. What before you get to the comment, what did the update, or before you get to the update, what did the comments say?
Someone says, "You're the asshole. You don't get to spend other people's money. A destination wedding is already a stretch for a great number of people. I don't want to hear from you that these people can afford it. You have no idea what they can or cannot do. And you're the asshole. Your guests are there to celebrate with you, not underwrite your wedding." Oh, someone said they are a bridezilla. It's a destination wedding. Basically screams to people, "I don't really care if you can afford this or not. I don't give a crap how much vacation time you get from your job, or if you sacrifice a whole year because I'm so entitled. And lastly, I'm going to insist you pay more and do it through my block because I get added benefits. Never mind that I also expect an expensive gift in addition to you having to shell out airfare, accommodations, possibly a new/different wardrobe, food and drinks, etc. and so on."
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, the person responded and said they're not asking for gifts since it is a destination wedding.
But still.
Yeah.
So
unless you're paying for them, if they're in your block, it's pretty crummy to force them to pay more than they have to.
facts.
Yeah, everyone is saying everyone is coming up with "you're the asshole."
Sounds about right.
Yep, everyone's saying it.
Sounds about right. All right, so what the update say?
Update. All right, update from 12 days ago, but the original post was 2 years ago.
Damn.
A few years have gone by, and today I remembered how much negative attention it had gotten. I'm writing an update coming up on our 2-year anniversary about our experience and to maybe deter anyone from declining a destination wedding or resort contract based on my original post or the comments in the original thread, if that's what you want to do. I didn't cover reasoning or doing a destination wedding in the original post. Our guests were spread all over and some in other countries. It did not make sense to have them come to where we live, since it's mostly nothing, frigid, and expensive to travel here. Why not spend that time and money somewhere memorable? Saying no to attending a destination wedding is easy, no harm, no foul. Another reason we chose a destination wedding was to spend more time with relatives who we don't see often instead of the couple hours. Everything went better than expected. 100 people came, so my worries about a contract and guest minimum was misplaced. I was afraid of renegotiating a contract after guest booked, since the contract had nullification clauses. I realized after the original post that the resort wants you to be a pseudo-salesman. Some comments did consider how these resorts operate, but many were correct about the salesy contract I got myself into. We didn't ask our timeshare guests to change anything, and we remained close friends. The contract was our only wedding planning stress point. It's understandable if you don't want to deal with it, but if you're reading this and going through that phase now, just relax. Careful what you sign, but also the resort isn't going to hardball with someone bringing them business. We were able to meet all thresholds, not that we cared, and spent them on upgrading all family and wedding party to beachfront swim-out rooms and gave a percentage off the final room cost for all guests. The trip created lasting memories and we're grateful to everyone who came. The event itself got rained out, but the staff was incredible and moved us to an indoor venue. The day prior, we had toured with the coordinator and planned to set up outdoor for all that to be thrown out the window an hour beforehand. Even though we hadn't seen the indoor venue or setup, it didn't really matter. Staff went above and beyond. We couldn't thank them enough. We're blessed our guests traveled from all over the world to celebrate us. I wanted to write this update because maybe someone searches Reddit and stumbles upon both threads. I couldn't find much information online about the topic. Yes, the contract is a negative to consider, but if you're in a position like us where people would be traveling quite some distance anyway, and you want everyone to have a memorable tropical experience, don't look back. Reddit might have your ass in the comments section, but zealous words on a website won't change real-life events involving people who have no affiliation with them. Good.
So it sounds like she was the asshole. She got her ass toe up in the comment. Then the fact that the reason that she even came to Reddit in the first place ended up not even mattering.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was the universe having an extra FU by raining out their wedding.
That's literally like, girl, you should be in trifling, so rain your wedding out
And
an hour beforehand.
bro, that's what they get. I ain't gonna lie though, I was scared about that for mine too, because you saw the venue. You know what the venue looked like. You know what the reception hall looked like. Bro, literally, she was just like, yeah, so if inclement weather comes through with, based on the forecast, it shouldn't. Yeah, we're gonna move all of this. You'll have it in here, and then we'll take everybody out into the patio while we put all of it back, and then go. And I was like,
That would have been so much work.
it would have been, and I would have been so confused on how they would have been able to make it happen. Not even gonna lie,
But they were going to be here.
but they were, and our wedding planner, I believe her name was Ashley.
Ashley.
She was top tier. She was wonderful.
Right.
She made the entire wedding planning process so great. I'm actually kind of sad because she doesn't work there anymore. The last we had heard from her, we were actually one of her last weddings, as she had taken up a job in Tennessee. And I mean, good for her. Like, I'm really not even upset. Like, good for her. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, dog. That's what we doing? Like, you don't want to help more people bring in their happiest day ever?
The job was probably stressful. She didn't have time for all that.
That's fair. That is 100% fair. Because, I know probably dealing with us, even though we weren't the worst, we probably definitely with a lot of us stress.
No, it's not great.
But I feel better knowing that person was labeled the asshole. I do. And even better, because they got called out by the Reddit community at large.
Literally, every single comment say you're the asshole.
As they should have.
Shape.
But with that, we all good here. We think we're ready to wrap her up.
We're all good, Gucci furry.
Do like most people don't do and wrap her up.
That's how you end up not knowing what the father is.
Woo! We brought it all the way back around. But before we end out today's episode, we're gonna end out our drinks. Got a little bit left in here. Oh boy.
Favorite.
But now that we have wrapped up our drinks, we are going to wrap up today's episode. If you guys have enjoyed today's episode, would you please do us a favor? Leave us a like, a comment, share this video, this sound, this audio, whatever you want, all over the place. Let the people know all about us. We're trying to get these numbers up, ladies and gentlemen. If we can get to 1,000 subscribers or 1,000 followers on Spotify before the end of the year, I don't know. I don't know what we'll give you guys. We'll have to figure out something. But 1,000, I think 1,000 by the end of the year is a pretty good metric that I think we'd be able to hit, you know?
Please, fair.
But Let's see. What else? Oh, you can also follow me on all the social media links that are down below in the description. But if you don't feel like going down to the description and clicking the links, you can also just search me at _YoungJB. That is at _YUNGJAYBEE. Miss Kristal, please tell the people where they can find you and all this lovely social media land.
You find me everywhere at Kristan, KRISTALDESHAN.
Absolutely. We love that so very much. But yeah, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 38 of the Drug Texting Podcast. We will see you next week, episode 39, which will be the episode before the Super Bowl, where I will make my prediction as to who won the Super Bowl or who will win the Super Bowl. And then the following week for episode 40, I'll tell you if I was right or wrong. But with that being said, la-di-da-di-das and gentlemans, and each and every person in between, whether you identify as male or female or not, we will see you in the next episode. We want you to know that you are loved. You are appreciated. And we are so happy that you joined us here in this call for the Drug Texting Podcast. See you all next week. Love you. Mean it. Bye-bye.
If you or a loved one is struggling with alcohol abuse, dial the National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline at 1-800-662-4357. The National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline provides information on alcohol and drug abuse, local treatment options, and support through hotline counselors who are there to help and speak with you about alcohol, drug, or family problems.